Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sofia. I am from Mexico. I live in the Netherlands and I have had the opportunity to travel the world by studying and working abroad, and every time I've studied abroad, it has been with a scholarship. Today I bring to you a video on how to prepare for a successful scholarship application. Okay, so step number one is to find the opportunity to get this scholarship. Now, in my case, both for getting a scholarship for the Netherlands and for China, I got the scholarship application source and all of the information and all of the requirements in the website of the Secretary of Foreign Affairs of Mexico. There was this fantastic list right there where it would say all of the countries, what universities and what kind of scholarships they would offer, and in what month specifically they would open the applications for people to go ahead and apply. Nevertheless, if this is not the case in your country and you don't find such source all condensed in one, another great way to find information is to look into the embassies of the countries of interest. For example, I am Mexican and let's suppose I wanted to go to Japan. I could go and look into the Japanese embassy in Mexico, look into their website, find an email, find a phone number, email them, give them a call, get the information to see if there's such opportunities for scholarships for students to go study to Japan. Now, if this would fail, a great thing about embassies is that they work both ways. You can also go and look into the Mexican embassy, in my case, of Japan or in Japan. And right there, there might be other people that are also involved in the environment of the country that might actually provide you with other sources of information. And this can complement all of the information you might need in order to know if you can apply or if there's an opportunity for scholarships for you. These are really two great ways that I suggest to go and find information for scholarships. Okay, and let's suppose that you already found the perfect opportunity, the scholarship of interest, the university, the country, everything. But let's suppose also that it is now March and then you found this perfect application opportunity, but the application's closed in January. So you feel like you're late and timing failed. This is indeed disappointing. It is really disappointing to just stumble upon an opportunity that you would have liked to apply already this year and that you already have to wait for next year. Nevertheless, although this might be disappointing, I want to tell you that it is also great that you have it and that you found it, because now what you should do is that you should get all of the list of requirements that they were demanding for this year's application so that you start collecting them. And this is very important because many times the scholarships are open for a specific period of time, let's say 2 or 3 months. And it can happen that the requirements that they ask for are things that take way longer. Like, for example, what if you have to validate again your language level, or you have to renovate your passport, or you have to put an apostille in your previous degree, in your bachelor's, in your master's. All of these things are important and you have to have them covered. So it is really great that if you already found an opportunity, even if you were late this year, you make sure that you start preparing for next year. Okay, and now let's suppose that in the list of requirements you start seeing that things are optional, that whatsoever a requirement, it depends on each country, and then you see that it says in parentheses optional. Or you see another requirement and it says submit this and or this. My best piece of advice for these cases is that optional means opportunity. Always. Always, if it says optional, make it as an opportunity, take it as an opportunity for you to be sure that this is going to make your application stand out because it's going to be more complete. If it says and submit this and or this other thing, submit both. This is a perfect requirement that is giving you the opportunity to tell the person more about your interest to apply for this scholarship and get this opportunity given to you. Just put yourself in the shoes of the person that is reviewing the applications. Imagine you have these 150 or 200 applications of people all over the world who are applying and wanting to get the exact same opportunity that you're looking forward to get. Even if you do them in order of appearance, let's suppose that they really go orderly as they arrived. How would you start filter them? I would personally start looking at applications that are complete. If it is not complete and it looks good, I might still put it on the site for later, but I might look first into all of those that are the most complete because this shows the most effort, this shows the most interest, and this is the most important in order to get an application successful, to show your interest and file your requirements completely. And now that I have shared this advice with all of you, I want to share my story where I put it in practice. Back in 2016, I applied for a Chinese government scholarship to study Chinese in China. Back in the day, I was doing my bachelor's and I was about to graduate in December 2015, and I knew that the applications would open in February 2016. I knew they were gonna open already from the year before, and I had already the list of requirements and I had collected several of them. So I was only waiting for the applications to open in February in order to already have them prepared, add whatever extra had to be done this year, and submit. So there I was, February, the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, every day of February, refreshing the website every time, and the applications were not opening. I have to add that by the end of February, on the 28th, I was already thinking, today has to open, and it still didn't. But I did not give up, and I went on checking on the first week of March for the applications to open. It was on the 8th of March, I will never forget, that the applications were opening, and I was incredibly excited, but also I was in a very, very big rush because for some reason the applications only opened for 1 week. I remember, I think it was perhaps a Friday, and then I had a full week, but then again, weekends don't count, so I actually only had 5 days only to collect any requirements that I would have to cover to submit a complete application. So if I had not prepared from a year ahead, I would have not made it, I would have not been able to submit, and I would have missed out in one of the best experiences I've had in my life. So this is why, guys, I really want to make a remark, make emphasis that planning ahead and collecting your requirements is really super, super important. And last but not least, I have another really great advice to give to all of you. If you already planned a year ahead, if you collected all of the requirements, if you have an application that is already including even what was optional, if you have inside your admission letter, if you have followed all of these steps and you have this perfect application and you have taken care that everything that is inside is of the best quality that they asked you to submit, my best advice at this point is that you ensure that the entire application is given to the person that has to see it, and for this, to travel to the office in your country to go and give it to that person. And I must say that if I'm also sharing this advice with all of you, it's because this is something I did back in the day when I applied for my scholarship in Mexico City. I am not from Mexico City, I'm from the north of Mexico. I took a flight, I went to the office and I told them in the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, this is my application and I come from the north of Mexico, only to give it to you in person. When you show so much interest in any topic in life to someone, it is very, very rare that you're not gonna succeed.
Muy afortunada, iba a decir. ¿Usted conoce la importancia del nivel de esta universidad? ¿No? Sí, es la número 1 en Shanghai, la tercera en China, la 91. Domina todas sus siglas. Felicidades.
And guys, this is all for today. I hope you have found this information useful. If you like this video, please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, and see you next time. I am really surprised on how today the sun in the Netherlands is coming and going, and I think the light is changing in my video, but nevertheless, let's carry on. There, it changed again.